LulzSec, short for Lulz Security, was a notorious and influential hacking group that gained notoriety for its high-profile attacks on several high-profile organizations, including Sony, the FBI, and the CIA, among others. LulzSec operated between May and June 2011 and was responsible for some of the most devastating and widespread cyber attacks in recent history. The group's origins are not entirely clear, but it is believed that LulzSec was an offshoot of Anonymous, a well-known hacktivist group that was active during the same period. LulzSec was known for its nihilistic and anarchic approach to hacking, and its members sought to expose the vulnerabilities of prominent organizations for the sake of their own amusement and notoriety. LulzSec was able to breach high-security systems, steal sensitive data, and cause significant disruptions to the operations of the organizations it targeted. Despite the group's short lifespan, its impact on the tech industry and cybersecurity was significant, as it exposed the vulnerabilities of many large organizations and highlighted the need for improved security measures. The group's most significant exploit was the attack on Sony's PlayStation network, which resulted in the theft of millions of users' personal information, including credit card numbers. The attack cost Sony an estimated $171 million and exposed the weaknesses of the company's cybersecurity infrastructure. LulzSec was notorious for its high-profile attacks on several organizations, making it one of the most dangerous hacking groups in the world. The group carried out several successful breaches, leading to the theft of personal and sensitive data, and caused significant disruptions to the operations of the organizations it targeted. Here are some of the most significant hacks carried out by LulzSec. Number 1. Sony. In 2011, LulzSec hacked into Sony's PlayStation network and stole the personal information of millions of users, including their names, addresses, and credit card information. The attack caused the service to be shut down for nearly a month and resulted in $171 million in damages. Number 2. The FBI. LulzSec hacked into the FBI's website and released a large amount of sensitive information, including the personal information of thousands of law enforcement officials. Number 3. The CIA. LulzSec targeted the CIA's public website and managed to gain access to the agency's database, which contains sensitive information about its employees and operations. Number 4. The NHS. LulzSec attacked the website of the UK's National Health Service, stealing the personal information of thousands of patients. Number 5. News Corporation. LulzSec targeted the website of News Corporation, the media conglomerate owned by Rupert Murdoch. The group hacked into several of the company's websites, including The Sun and The Times. LulzSec's hacking activities were driven by a variety of motives. The group's members were known for their nihilistic and anarchic approach to hacking, and their attacks were often carried out for the sake of entertainment and notoriety. However, LulzSec's actions were not entirely random, and the group had specific objectives that it sought to achieve through its hacking activities. One of LulzSec's primary motives was to expose the weaknesses of prominent organization security systems. The group believed that many large organizations were complacent about cybersecurity, and they sought to demonstrate the ease with which their systems could be breached. By doing so, LulzSec hoped to raise awareness about the importance of cybersecurity and encourage organizations to take the threat of cyber attacks more seriously. Another motive for LulzSec's hacking activities was political. The group aligned itself with the broader Anonymous collective, which sought to promote free speech and fight against government and corporate corruption. LulzSec's attack on government agencies such as the CIA and FBI were carried out with the goal of exposing what the group saw as abuses of power and corruption. LulzSec also sought to expose the hypocrisy of many organizations that claim to value privacy and data security but fail to protect their customers' information adequately. By stealing and releasing sensitive data, the group hoped to demonstrate the gap between rhetoric and reality and encourage organizations to take their data protection obligations more seriously. LulzSec was known for its highly sophisticated techniques and methods for breaching security systems. The group used a range of techniques including SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and DDoS attacks to gain access to sensitive information and disrupt the operations of targeted organizations. One of LulzSec's most effective methods was social engineering, which involves manipulating individuals to reveal sensitive information or grant access to systems. The group used a range of tactics, including phishing emails and phone calls, to trick employees of targeted organizations into revealing login credentials or other sensitive information. This allowed the group to gain access to sensitive systems and data with relative ease. LulzSec also employed sophisticated hacking tools and techniques, including the use of custom-built software and zero-day exploits. The group's technical expertise allowed them to quickly identify vulnerabilities in targeted systems and develop exploit code to take advantage of these weaknesses. The group was also known for its use of hacktivism tactics, which involves using hacking as a form of political protest. LulzSec's hacktivist attacks were often highly targeted and aimed at exposing government and corporate corruption or abuses of power. LulzSec's impact on cybersecurity in the tech industry was significant, and its activities had far more reaching consequences. The group's high-profile attacks on major organizations like Sony, the CIA, and the FBI exposed vulnerabilities in the security systems of these organizations and raised concerns about data privacy and protection. One of the most significant impacts of LulzSec's activities was to raise awareness about the importance of cybersecurity. The group's exploits demonstrated the ease with which even the most secure systems could be breached, and this led to increased scrutiny and investment in cybersecurity measures. Organizations realized that they could no longer afford to be complacent about cybersecurity, and LulzSec's activities prompted a widespread re-evaluation of security protocols and procedures. LulzSec's hacking activities had significant legal ramifications, and several of the group's members were eventually arrested and charged with various crimes. LulzSec's attack on high-profile organizations like Sony, the CIA, and the FBI made the group a top priority for law enforcement agencies, and authorities worked tirelessly to track down and prosecute its members. The legal ramifications of LulzSec's activities were widespread and included a range of charges, including computer fraud, identity theft, and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The group's members faced lengthy prison sentences and hefty fines, and the cases against them were widely publicized in the media. The legal fallout from LulzSec's activities also had broader implications for the tech industry as a whole. LulzSec was closely associated with the hacktivist collective known as Anonymous, and the two groups collaborated on several high-profile attacks. Anonymous and LulzSec shared similar goals, including a desire to promote free speech and transparency and to expose government and corporate corruption. The relationship between Anonymous and LulzSec was complex and multifaceted. While the two groups shared many of the same ideals, there were also differences in tactics and approaches. Anonymous was more focused on political activism and social justice, while LulzSec was more interested in causing chaos and gaining notoriety. LulzSec's disbandment in 2011 was unexpected and sudden, with the group's members announcing their decision to retire from hacking in a cryptic message posted on their website. The message hinted at the possibility that the group's members had been identified by law enforcement agencies and faced imminent arrest. While the exact reasons for LulzSec's disbandment remain unclear, several theories have been put forward. Some analysts have speculated that the group's members became disillusioned with the anarchic and nihilistic nature of their activities and decided to disband for ethical reasons. LulzSec played a significant role in shaping the public perception of hacking and hacktivism. The group's exploits were widely covered by the media, and its anarchic and nihilistic approach to hacking captured the imagination of many people around the world. LulzSec's activities helped to popularize the idea of hacking as a form of political protest and social change, and the group's exploits had a profound impact on the public's perception of cybersecurity and data privacy. The group's attacks on high-profile organizations like Sony and the CIA were viewed by many as evidence of the potential dangers of hacking and the need for stronger cybersecurity measures. LulzSec's exploits highlight the need for individuals and organizations to take cybersecurity seriously and adopt effective measures to protect their sensitive data. The group's activities expose vulnerabilities in the security systems of high-profile organizations, demonstrating the need for constant vigilance and attention to cybersecurity. Individuals and organizations can learn several lessons from LulzSec's exploits. Firstly, it is essential to adopt robust cybersecurity measures, including the use of strong passwords, two-factor authentication, and regular software updates. Regular employee training on cybersecurity best practices can also help to prevent breaches caused by human error. Secondly, it is crucial to be vigilant about potential threats and to take immediate action when a breach is detected. Rapid response and containment can help to minimize the damage caused by cyber attacks and prevent sensitive data from being compromised. Finally, individuals and organizations must be aware of the potential for cyber threats to evolve rapidly and adopt a proactive approach to cybersecurity. This includes staying up to date with the latest hacking techniques and technologies and regularly testing cybersecurity systems to identify vulnerabilities and weaknesses.